And now it's time for a preview of an upcoming game by Tom Vasel.
Hey folks, today I'm doing a preview on an abstract strategy game, which means there's no theme to the game. In essence, it's a game in which you are moving pieces around the board. Think of as similarities to chess or checkers or other games in that genre. But this one's different. It is involved in the rotation of the pieces, more so than the movement, although the movement's also important. But I'm not going to blather on here. The best way is to show you the game. Alright, here's the board for the game, and as I say in all my previews, you have to realize here that these pieces are not the final pieces. This is just a mock-up prototype to show you how the game plays and kind of give you a semblance of what it might look like. We have here this 8x8 board, your typical checker size board, but the game is going to come with a 6x6 board, which is probably a better way to play. It's certainly a faster way to play, especially when you're playing with 2 players. I have this set up for a 4-player game here, but you can easily play with 2 or 3 players. There's different setups in the instructions to show you how to set the pieces up depending on how many different players are in the game. Now, each person has a number of pieces on the board here, and these pieces are called minions. And on your turn, and turns will go clockwise, you'll take one of your minions and you will move it in the direction shown on the arrows. This minion will move an odd number of spaces. So example, this guy here can go 1, 3, or 5. And that's not a difficult thing to remember. You don't need to count out spaces. You just simply go to the color that you're not on. So if you're on gray, you can move to any white space. When you're done landing on whatever space you want to, you will then pivot. That's the name of the game. Then the next person will go. Now, you cannot jump over another piece. That's not legal. If you can, though, you can try to land on another piece. So let's say green decides to go here and he pivots and yellow says, aha, yellow goes there and captures the green piece, and then yellow will pivot. This is going to continue. If you manage to get one of your pieces into a corner, that piece becomes a master. You'll flip it over. You can see it's no longer white with red. It will be red with white arrows. The master moves exactly the same way as a regular piece. After it moves, it pivots, with the difference that it doesn't have to move an odd number of spaces. You can go anywhere. It still can't jump over pieces, but you can land on other pieces any space and then pivot. The game will continue till there's no minions left. So there's just masters on the board. And when that happens, whoever has the most masters is the winner. If there's a tie, whoever was the first person to get a master wins. It's actually a little difficult to get a master because you want to get to this corner, so you need to kind of move out, come back around, in essence, to the corner without being captured. Capturing happens quite a bit during the game at the beginning because it's difficult to move any place where you can't be captured, but as time goes by, you'll learn that capturing enemies' pieces is not always your best option. As I said at the beginning, this is an abstract strategy game. It's not a complicated game. The game takes as long to teach as, well, I just showed you. In fact, probably faster than that, and people will jump into it. One of the things that's good about this game is that even with a 3-player game, it feels fair because, you know, many games, you know, I'm on my side, you're on your side. Here, your pieces are scattered all over, and in a 3-player game, they're scattered out evenly. In fact, this is one of the better 3-player abstract games that I've played. I still think I prefer it in its quickest, shortest form, which is 6x6, 2 players. And it's really this back and forth. At first, you're just, like I said, you're tempted to kill the other person, to capture their pieces. But after a while, you're like, no, 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 no. What you want to do is set up and get your masterpieces as quickly as possible. Now, they're no more powerful than a minion. Minions can kill them, and it's, you know, you can take these guys out. I would, you know, put them closer, not as powerful, for example, as a king as in checkers, but they're still much more powerful and they can still move around the board quickly. There's more chaos and it's a much easier, more relaxing game with 4 players, while a 2-player game can be much tighter. So in just a moment, we're going to show you a link to the Kickstarter campaign. If you'd be interested in backing this, there's not much time left in the campaign, so you want to jump on this one as fast as you can. Pivot.
Thanks for watching our review today. For more information about board games, as well as the #1 board game audio podcast, check out Dicetower.com for reviews, interviews, and more. I'm Eric Summerer, and you've been watching The Dice Tower.
Yeah?